The Jericho is a legendary rocket launcher manufactured by Vladof. It is obtained randomly throughout the Borderlands, but it does have an increased chance to drop from CrushJaw located in Cathedral of the Twin Gods. I prefer the weapon when you only need to fire once, the red text reads. Shots fired will rise into the air for roughly a second before detonating, releasing 3 smaller projectiles that rain down before exploding. The alternative fire mode launches 4 arcing mortar shells towards a red light on the ground, which each detonate into one primary fire projectile, each of which then rises into the air and detonates into 3 smaller projectiles, creating a blanket on the floor. The Jericho is best used in large open areas where the battlefield can be saturated with fire from above. In mortar mode, the Jericho will always fire in a fan pattern that starts from the left of the crosshair and goes to the right of it. The mortars can also be concentrated on a single area by aiming to the right of the target and moving the crosshair to the left as the mortars are fired. The Jericho can be extremely effective when used alongside a last stand artifact. Once the artifact's invincibility is triggered, the character can fire at their feet with the weapon set to mortar mode to eliminate enemies without taking damage. The Jericho will actually injure you and your teammate. The name and flavor text are a reference to the opening scene of the 2008 film Iron Man, in which Tony Stark unveils a line of Jericho missiles which unleash cluster bombs and say, "I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once." Definitely try to get your hands on this rocket launcher, it's worth having in your arsenal.